Okay, guys, what is up? My name is Alberto, aka Destroyer48, aka Subscribe for Fruit. Ha ha ha. Today I'm gonna go over number two. Number two, my second best wrestler of all time, Lord Steven Regal. Great Muta is my first. I kind of wanted to make them both my first, but I actually had the guts to choose one. I picked Great Muta as a one. Lord Steven Regal is number two. So I'm gonna be going over some of this guys. This is Lord Steven Regal's career, some of his matches, and I hope you guys, you older gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen that were around watching WCW around the '90s, will appreciate this. And I don't mean appreciate it in a wrong way, but we'll watch my video and go down memory lane of what we saw of Lord Steven Regal. If you were a WCW fan, you were watching Lord Steven Regal during the '90s. He always came out. Some of you are gonna. I think some fans are directed him because he is a heel. He is for the most of his career in WCW. He played the heel a lot. People hate the bad guys. I kind of wanted to hate him too, but I thought he was so cool. Um, he was so. If y'all remember, he started off as William Regal. He came from the UK. It's a British wrestler, right? And he came as a good guy, but supposedly, I mean, he wrestled for a while. I remember seeing him in some six tag team matches. I think he beat Barbarian as a good guy. I don't remember as a good guy or as a bad guy. I think as a good guy, he did some 6-man tag with good wrestlers, good guy wrestlers, facing heels and stuff like that. Um, well, I guess let's jump over. I'm doing a summarization, but um, all right, let me just get started. I was trying to do an overall thing, but I'm gonna I'm gonna end up talking to more, so I might as well get started. So, we're gonna start on Lord Steven Regal from WCW. Most of the time being a heel wrestler, we're gonna get started to his career, how he showed up and everything. Let me go back and let's get started. Now I'm officially getting started on this. Sorry, I'm just very excited about this wrestler. I really like him, even though he's a heel wrestler. He's a bad guy. Okay, Lord Steven Regal. I'm pretty sure he was born. I'm not sure, but it looks like he was born in the UK. He started over there wrestling, and he did matches. And I did do some research on him. I did see one of his interviews. Supposedly in the UK. I mean, he wrestled like almost every day for so long. How can you do that? Wrestling, you're gonna get hurt. More likely gonna get hurt. It doesn't even matter if you jump off the top rope, whatever. Accidents happen. My thing is for a lot of stuff is the more you wrestle, the more accidents are gonna happen. So he wrestles over there. I heard like in circuses and all this stuff. I heard his height helped him. I don't know. I think he's at least 6'1", maybe. Yeah, 6'1", possibly 6'2", but I think he's 6'1". So he wrestles over there. And he's really paying his dues. I mean, if you're wrestling every day, like I say, it's hard, it's rough, right? I read somewhere, like I said, he wrestled in circuses, stuff like that. Um, I'm not gonna get too much into that because where he wrestled in the UK because it's a lot. I usually want to talk about what I remember of him. What I do remember from him is from the UK wrestling over there. Now he's gonna come to WCW. I guess somebody found him. He comes when he gets to the United States and he wrestles in WCW. He comes as just Steven Regal, a nice old British chap. Did I do some of my British pretty good? Like I said, he comes in as a good guy. He's gonna face heels, bad guys. I saw him in the 6-man tag like I mentioned, like with good guys and stuff. He's all cheering. Yeah, come on! He cheers on his wrestlers when he's on the. This is a 6-man. He's on the apron. He's getting ready to be tagged. Come on, do it, mate, do it, whatever. He's just all good guy and everything. That 6-man tag I saw. He may have tagged with Two Cold Scorpio and Marcus Bagwell. Like I said, he wrestled the Barbarian. So Barbarian, I'm pretty sure was the heel, the bad guy, and Regal was a good guy. I remember that match. Barbarian goes for his infamous. He throws Regal at the ropes. He's gonna go for his infamous big boot, a high kick to the head. Regal has it scouted, and he goes low, and he goes for. When Barbarian's foot goes up, Regal goes low, gets his other leg, takes him down, rolls off for the 1-2-3, outsmarts him. So Steven Regal has defeated the Barbarian. Um, there is a chance Steven Regal was a bad guy that turned bad guy, but I don't think so. I think he was a good guy. I did see this. I did actually get to see it, and I'm honored to see this. I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. There was a WCW Saturday night show, and out of nowhere comes like these people with trumpets, like it would be like during what's his name I want to say Peter Pan. No, not Peter Pan. The guy that shoots arrows in British, and then the Lion King. I can't remember. What's the guy's name? Oh, anyways, it's like medieval times or something, close to medieval times, where they're blowing for the royalty. They're like three or four guys that blowing the horns, and they're in their clothes are from Britain from the 19th century. Robin Hood. That's what I'm talking about. Like Robin Hood. Those times they have the guys blowing the trumpet and stuff. And then it's all British stuff from 19th century. The guys blowing the horns and stuff. It'd be like for royalty. You know what I mean? Even though I don't even know they had trumpets back then. Oh well. Well, they blow their trumpets. It sounds like a royalty English kind of deal. Medieval thing. And then somebody comes out saying, "Hear ye, hear ye, Lord Steven Regal will be making his appearance." And we're like, who's that? They say Lord Regal. Is it Steven Regal? And something about they're saying, "Here he might make an appearance next Saturday night, whatever." And yes, all right, next Saturday, I believe it's next Saturday show. Saturday, what was it called? I want to say Saturday main event, but that's WWE. Well, that's the next Saturday show. The following Saturday comes, and yes, appears Steven Regal, but now he is known as Lord Steven Regal, and he's supposedly a blue blood from England. He has a valet, a short little valet with him called Sir William. Sir William's dressed like a butler or a chauffeur or something. And William Regal, I get disappointed. I guess I want to go for the bad guys, but a lot of me wants to go for the good guys. But he comes like in a cape, blue, a little bit of red on it. He looks pretty cool. And part of me is like, I want him to be a good guy, kind of a. But I'm realizing, man, he's way better bad guy, a heel now. So Lord Steven Regal makes his appearance. He's nose in the air. He's being stuck up and all that stuff. Really funny stuff, man. Kind of like stuff like he starts being real stuck up, and the fans try to touch him, like, don't touch me, don't touch me. Kind of, I'm royalty, you're nobody. And I thought it was really funny. Of course, he make his debut. I read on Wikipedia. I think he debuted as Lord Steven Regal, and he battled Bob Cook. I don't remember if it was Steven Regal that wrestled Bob Cook or Lord Steven Regal. I don't remember. But to make a long story short, of course, Lord Steven Regal is going to be put up against a wimpy wrestler and take him out. And I don't remember what his finishing move was, but I'm going to remember. I'm going to fast forward somewhat. He's going to turn to the Regal stretch. It's going to be a submission move. And this guy, what I like about Lord Steven Regal, he's a real wrestler, man. He's legit. You know, he'll kick your butt in real life and like for real, and just using wrestling moves. He does have some strikes, but he's a wrestler first, and he's a. I'm pretty sure he was an amateur wrestler, stuff like that. I mean, this guy's legit, man. He is. He's a true wrestler, and the thing is, I liked him a lot because I liked wrestling a lot. I started getting into jiu-jitsu too, but I liked wrestling first. I didn't know jiu-jitsu about jiu-jitsu till like 90 whatever. And I actually like other parts of grappling even before jiu-jitsu. I don't like jiu-jitsu so much because the Gracies crapped on it. Oh, this is us. We made it. No, you didn't make it. You got it from Japan. Jiu-jitsu comes from Japan, and I heard maybe India. But the Brazilians want to think. I don't want to get into so much because I don't want to go back to Steve Regal, but they think they invented it and they did it. They probably made it a little bit better, but they didn't invent it. They're very cocky. Anyways, let's go back to Lord Steven Regal. Like I was saying, he's a legit wrestler, man, and I know he's a shooter. Shooter means he'll kick your butt in real life. He's tall, big, knows how to wrestle, and he does a couple of strikes. Well, so he wins his debut match in WCW as Lord Steven Regal. So he beats a wimpy wrestler, and now we're gonna go to the rest of his career in WCW. I'm trying to remember who else he wrestles. He beats up a lot of wrestlers. I'm pretty sure like he probably had win over Marcus Bagwell, Bobby Eaton. Later, Bobby Eaton, one half of the Midnight Express, is gonna tag with Lord Steven Regal. I like that tag team. They were cool. I'm going by what I remembered. I trying to remember. I'm pretty sure he beat a lot of mid card baby face wrestlers. So I'm just gonna go by what I remember. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna jump into this. I'm pretty sure he beat mid card wrestlers, like I was saying, but he does wrestle Larry Zbyszko. And William Regal has won the TV title. And I don't know who he beat for the TV title. And it makes me think that Arn Anderson made a run for the TV title. I guess that was a run he had before Lord Steven Regal. And I'm pretty sure Arn Anderson wrestled the Lord Steven Regal, but I don't remember. But what happens, I will jump straight into this. The main thing, one of the big feuds was that, okay, you have Lord Steven Regal beating up these wimp wrestlers, whatever, and then you have Larry Zbyszko on commentary. Larry Zbyszko is with commentary, I don't know, probably Tony Schiavone. I love Larry Zbyszko's commentary. He's very intelligent, very wise. I mean, he's funny too, man. He's a total package. So, anyways, you're gonna have Lord Steven Regal wrestling a wimpy wrestler once again. Larry Zbyszko's in the commentary. I don't remember what the feud about, but what happens is I think one time Larry Zbyszko goes to interview Lord Steven Regal, and Lord Steven Regal starts talking down to Larry Zbyszko. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember something like that. So Larry Zbyszko's kind of like fine, whatever. But Lord Steven Regal, like in the next show, whatever, keeps talking bad about and disrespecting Larry Zbyszko. Now Larry Zbyszko's getting heated up, and now he wants to go jump back in the ring, and face Lord Steven Regal, and Lord Steven Regal's like, fine, let's do it, because he kept disrespecting Larry Zbyszko. They start wrestling. So now we have Lord Zbyszko facing Lord Steven Regal. Now they're gonna start getting matches, and now they start wrestling each other. Now that I remember, I actually saw them in real life wrestle. I went to one of the events in Jacksonville or something. I remember my brother took me, and I was mad at him because he went to a wedding and he came late, and we went late. The first match I saw at that event was a wrestler called Terra Rising beating up a wimp wrestler. You know what Terra Rising ended up becoming? Triple H. So that's Triple H, and his younger lady was known as Terra Rising in WCW. Then he become John Levick, John Paul Levick. All right, and then go to and he actually wrestled with a tag with Regal. Now we'll get to that later. But enough of that. Let's go back to Lord Steven Regal. Yeah, so Steven Regal has matches with Larry Zbyszko. Oh, by the way, in that event, Lord Steven Regal beat Larry Zbyszko by cheating by putting his foot on the ropes. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was really good. On that card, Steamboat and Stunning Steve Austin, aka Stone Cold Steve Austin. They kept slapping each other, whatever. That was one of my brother's favorite matches. Mine too. They were really slapping each other in the chest. All right, I'm sorry. I keep talking about those matches. And one more, I'm gonna say, when I went over there to that match, I was disappointed because Ric Flair was supposed to wrestle Sting. Ric Flair, oh, I go here every day, every day. He did not show up to my match. I mean, to that showing they had. He was replaced by Terry Funk, which I love Terry Funk too. I probably like Terry Funk more than Ric Flair. So Ric Flair faces Sting and says Ric Flair couldn't make it, and then Sting beats Terry Funk. All right, let's go back. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So I was talking about Larry Zbyszko and Lord Steven Regal. They have their matches. And then now it's going to be in a pay-per-view or, I don't remember, a pay-per-view or a Clash of the Champions. Maybe a Clash of the Champions because I was able to see it. And then Larry Zbyszko finally defeats Lord Steven Regal and takes away, it's a title match. And Larry Zbyszko takes the title away from, TV title from Regal. And I think there was only one exchange, I think. No, that's not true. And I think later on, Lord Steven Regal defeats Larry Zbyszko and gets his title back. What else do I remember from him? I would have liked to see Lord Steven Regal face Pittman, the Marine Pittman. I don't remember his full name. He actually wrestled. Pittman actually wrestled. He actually was in a real mixed martial arts tournament in Japan. Pretty cool stuff. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Gosh, I'm sorry. I just go into the wrestlers and I want to talk about the wrestlers too. But that would have been a good match. Lord Steven Regal versus Pittman. They're both amateur wrestlers. That would have been awesome. Pittman's a Marine. Lord Steven Regal's almost been wrestling all his life, I think. Lord Steven Regal. Oh, maybe I should stop saying that because maybe I should just say he, right? Regal. Oh. Lord Steven Regal. I remember he tagged with that Battle Bowl where you can be tag team with anybody. He tagged with Steamboat. They both hate each other. I love that match because they really didn't do much. I mean, they did wrestle, but they were fighting the whole time. I found it so entertaining. Jason Ventura during that match mentions Steamboat as being what's it called, an insane maniac, and then whoever's with him's a good guy. Announcer goes, no, probably told you why. No, he's a former world champion. Like kind of respect him kind of deal. So Steamboat and Lord Steven Regal they're fighting about who's gonna tag, who's gonna get. I don't remember who they went up against. They went up against top wrestlers. Only top wrestlers were allowed in that tournament, and they keep fighting and arguing. Lord Steven Regal. They're both arguing, but I think they're really cool, both of them. Especially Lord Steven Regal. And then I think that they're arguing about tags all the time, and they're both arguing the whole match. I think Lord Steven Regal gets in and wrestles quite a bit, and then Steamboat tags him in the back. He's like, what? I didn't want you to tag me in. And they're just arguing the whole time. I think at the end, Lord Steven Regal, of course, he throws Steamboat to the wolves to them. And they pit to the tag team they're facing, and they pin Steamboat, and Lord Steven Regal abandons him. I think that's what happens. Pretty sure that happens. And if it didn't happen that way, it was something like that. So they got disqualified because the winners go to Battle Bowl. They fight like in a Battle Royal kind of thing, and they're gonna go for a shot at the World Championship, and they get a Battle Bowl ring. I think maybe at that one, I think the Great Muta, yeah, my favorite wrestler wins the Battle Bowl and gets the ring. I need to see that when he actually won it. I gotta look it up on YouTube because it was a pay per view, and I could see. I think I was hearing it. I don't remember, or maybe I rented it back in the day to watch all that Battle Bowl and Lord Steven Regal and Steamboat. There was a time where the Hollywood Blondes, they were kicking butt. They were the World Tag Team Champions. Pillman gets hurt, and then Lord Steven Regal takes his spot with Stunning Steve Austin, a.k.a. Stone Cold Steve Austin. So they're going to defend the belts with the help of Lord Steven Regal because Pillman's hurt. And they think they wrestle Arn Anderson and Paul Roma, I think. And they leave the belt. They lose the belts to Paul Roma and Arn Anderson. If you guys could comment if I'm wrong on some of the information, I'm saying what I think I remember. Because I believe around that time, yeah, Arn Anderson and Paul Roma were making the run. I could go jump into them, but I'm not because I keep sidetracking. But I like wrestling so much, I want to talk about other wrestlers too. Once I know they get in contact with Lord Steven Regal. I remember he wrestled Lord Steven Regal wrestled one of the Texans. What were they called? Tex Slazenger and somebody else. He wrestles one of them or something. Or they shake his hand or something like that, and he's like, I need a bath. They're so disgusting. And then Tony Schiavone's like, well, yeah, of course you're supposed to take a bath after every match. I mean, it's just common sense. It's just personal hygiene. Of course you gotta take a bath. But it's funny. He's like, he's so dirty. He's a Texan. He runs to a bath. It sounds really funny. And then there was a time, and then there was a time I think I think it was Nitro. He comes out, and Lord Steven Regal. They put him against. I think he beat up a good guy or something, or a wimp wrestler. And a whole bunch of wrestlers jumped in the ring. Wimpy too, but he beats them all. They show him how tough he is. He beats them all up and stuff. They can't do anything to him. He does his forearms and stuff like that. Wrestles them, throw him out. That was pretty cool. That showed that he had power, strength. I do remember he lost his Sting. I didn't like that in a way. I wanted Lord Steven Regal. I knew Sting was gonna win. He's the baby face of the company. Then we're gonna go to the infamous Nitro where Lord Steven Regal's gonna face Goldberg, and Goldberg has this winning streak and he's beating everybody. And we know he's pretty much gonna beat Lord Steven Regal, but I think Regal started giving Goldberg problems. I think they expected Goldberg to just beat him up real quick and give him the jackhammer, but no, leaving Steven Regal gives him problems and out wrestles him and stuff like that. He goes in like 6 minutes with Goldberg. Everybody's shocked. I mean, wow, he's lasted this long, and he's doing stuff to Goldberg. He's making Goldberg miss and stuff like that. Then Goldberg finally goes in with a jackhammer, and then gets the end of jackhammer, finishes him for the 1-2-3. After that, we don't see him in WCW never again. That was so sad. I wanted to cry. I loved him in WCW. Then he goes to WWE and he totally misses up. I think he did a good job over there, but I was not a big WWE supporter. I'm like, come on back here to WCW, please. And then they disrespect him. They put him in the, Vince McMahon puts him in the Kiss My Ass Club, and Regal actually kisses his butt, I believe. Vince McMahon had wrestlers kissing his butt, I don't know what. He wrestles. I don't bother watching him again. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me rewind. Lord Steven Regal, when he was in WCW, did tag with Bobby Eaton. Funny stuff. He's trying to find a tag team partner. He's wrestling Bobby Eaton, and then Bobby Eaton starts beating him up somewhat. And he's like, stop. And he was looking for a tag team partner. He's like, what? You make a beautiful partner. He brings Bobby Eaton in. He tries to British him all up. Gets Bobby Eaton to put a ponytail like a British man. and dress classy. And I remember that skit where Regal goes to Bobby Eaton and says, "Hey, now you gotta eat like royalty or something like that. Now you're blue blood or something like that." And then Bobby Eaton goes, "What? What do you eat? Burgers, fries, pizza?" And then Regal's like, "No, no, no, you gotta eat classy." So she's not. He teaches them how to eat at fast food restaurants and stuff like that. And then Bobby Eaton had a from the he's from the I'm talking about Bobby Eaton from the one half of the Midnight Express. Midnight Express is no longer there. Bobby Eaton stayed, and Jim Cornette and Stanley went to WWE. And then I have my fingers ready. Bobby Eaton had the Alabama Jam. He would go top rope and he jump with his leg like this and land on his opponent while the opponent was down. Yeah, I'm putting Blu-ray out of business, man. And he landed with a leg, like kind of like a Hulk Hogan leg drop, but he would do it from the top rope. Bobby Eaton did. It was called the Alabama Jam, and then Lord Steven Regal got him to change it to the Tower of London. They had a good run. They were in contention they wrestled Harlem Heat several times. They wrestled some other teams, but the main one is Harlem Heat because Harlem Heat were tag champions. They almost beat Harlem Heat, but they would always come short with Harlem Heat. They never they get title shots, but they never win a title. All right, I'm done with that. So we're gonna go back to Regal going to WWE. He joins the Kiss My Ass club, like I tell you, kisses Vince McMahon's ass. That's funny, but not to my favorite, one of my favorite wrestlers, Lord Steven Regal. I guess he's known as Steve Regal here or Steven Regal. I don't know what. I actually kind of didn't see it, but I heard it. I heard about it in YouTube in some skits. I stopped following them because I don't know. I don't like, especially at that time. I didn't like WWE. I may have liked the Attitude Era. Maybe that's what he was part of. But a lot of times I rather watch the NWO. That's just me. Now, DX and all that was fun. I think he was around that time. But I don't even bother following him anymore. I don't watch WWE. So, I know he becomes... Maybe sometimes I check in and maybe he became a manager or president. I didn't bother. I'm sure he's doing a good job over there. I mean, I love that wrestler to death. I love Lord Steven Regal. He's really cool. Like I say, he's my number 2 wrestler of all time. And he's doing. I don't know what WWE. I don't bother. It's not because of him. It's because he's in that organization. I'm always been an NWA supporter. I don't like a lot of WWE stuff. I did watch WWE with Hulk Hogan, Macho Man. It was okay. It was entertaining, but I'm always an NWA supporter by heart. WCW and NWA always come first for me, even they're out of business. NWA is still around, but they're still small. And I appreciate NWA trying to make it like the other NWA. So, I expected this video to go 20 minutes. I'm already going 30 minutes. And that's because I didn't say a lot about him. But I don't remember a lot from WCW. I'm telling you what I remember. But he's a great wrestler, man. I mean, I have videotapes recorded of him. He's really good. He's amateur. But the thing is, people that are not into the amateur wrestling background stuff and are maybe just there for the glamour, whatever, you're not going to like him. But I appreciate wrestling. I wish I would have done high school wrestling in my high school. And, at least know some of the stuff they know. But I was in baseball, and it was too late. It was my senior year. And wrestling came too late. But he's really good. He's really good. Sometimes they get him by the arm, and then he does a flip. Like, sometimes they get out of it, or sometimes he does a flip to get injured. He does all the wrestling. He does it. He tackles up. He wrestles usually around the arm, and he does his stuff. He would put his foot on the back of their knee. I mean, wow, that must be painful. And he bring them down. I mean, this guy was a legit wrestler, man. If you like wrestling, go look at him. It might give you an idea as how to use moves in a street fight or something, man. Seriously. He would do palm strikes sometimes. He has a Regal stretch. He get on top of the guy's back, gets him like this. He ties up their legs and from the back, and they're on the stomach and the platform, and then he gets it from the head, and he stretches back. I mean, that was a really cool move. He didn't go on the top rope, but he didn't need to. He was really good. I mean, I think even kids would see that. And his matches, a lot of the matches wouldn't go that long. He's just really cool, man. And he was funny. One time he went like this to like show his muscle, and he had a bullet. He goes like this, or and he goes like that. He pushes his bicep up like he has muscles. He's funny. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, but I love Lord Steven Regal, his amateur background, all that stuff. His talk, cocky attitude. Fans really probably hate it, but I liked it. I thought it was super funny. Go check him out. Go look at his matches on YouTube or any platform, and go look for go put Lord Steven Regal or Steven Regal. That's better, Lord Steven Regal. You can see his WWE stuff. I guess it's just as gay. I don't remember any matches from WWE. I stopped following. But if you want, go look him up in WCW because the style of wrestling from WCW is different to WWE. For some reason, look at his WCW stuff. There's matches about him facing maybe Sting when he lost. He didn't lose very much. Maybe and the NWO wanted to. They wanted to recruit him too. He goes, Scott Hall was in commentary one time. He goes, Lord Steven Regal. Join the NWO, he can go. Because share some of that Commonwealth and bring UK to the NWO. That's when the NWO was going around. He didn't join the NWO, by the way. No, but I was saying, if you like amateur wrestling, especially, or you want to see his cocky attitude, I don't know if females will like that or men or whatever. But it's funny. To me, it's funny. Some people may not think it's funny, but I find everything funny. I'm a different cup of tea, man. Look at him, like I say, for his wrestling background, he is funny. The matches are good with Larry Zbyszko. You're gonna find him probably wrestling Arn Anderson and Marcus Bagwell, stuff like that. Go on YouTube, go check him out, and see if he's your cup of tea. He might be entertaining to you, like he was for me. I love the guy. I mean, it's really cool. He's a legit wrestler, man. Go check him out. You guarantee he will kick somebody's butt, and for real, in real life. Probably not at old age too. He's old already. But it's Lord Steven Regal from the '90s WCW. I prefer him more than from WWE. Go check him out. Try it, man. Just try it. Try him. Look up on Lord Steven Regal on YouTube. And I'm babbling too much. I can go on forever talking about him. So I better be quiet because I want to keep on, but I love the guy. I can't stop. I can probably go on forever talking about him. So I'm completing my review of Lord Steven Regal. My next review is gonna be about Arn Anderson, number 3 top wrestler of all time. Yes, I'm not picking big names, but I'm going by the wrestling, not by how popular they are. I'm gonna do my review on Arn Anderson soon. I hope you checked it out. A member of the Four Horsemen. And I better shut up. I'll be battling forever. So, my name is Alberto, aka Destroyer 48, aka subscribe for nuts. Haha. I have a nut tree in the back of my yard. I will see you later, and I will see you in my next review or my next live stream. I love you guys. See ya. Bye.